Hey there. Today we're sitting down with Neil Church with Hallmark Home Mortgage in Brownsburg to talk about refinancing strategies and what to do if you plan to buy a home in 2022. Our interview with Neil starts right now. Welcome back to Hendricks County Homes. I'm Andy and I'm here with Neil Church of Hallmark Home Mortgage here in Brownsburg. Neil, thanks for being with me today.
My pleasure.
Neil was just telling me before we hit record what a fan he is of the show and that this is a career-defining achievement for him to be on here. So I'm kind of paraphrasing a little bit, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Just talking with Neil a little bit about financing strategies for the rest of this year, moving into 2022. The first thing, Neil, is now still a good time for people to refinance, and if so, why?
Yes, so most forecasts from economists are kind of forecasting interest rates to increase over the next 6 months to a year. So now would be a good time to evaluate where you're at on just a rate and term refinance or potentially a cash out refinance to either consolidate debt, pay off home equity lines of credit, or to take out loans for home improvements. Some of those lines of credits have a variable rate on them, so as rates start to go up, you'll see that your payment will go up on those loans, and so it might make sense to look at more of a long-term structure with a kind of more of a conventional loan to lock in those rates at historic lows before they start to trigger up.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing too is that next year we're going to keep going up, so if now's the time to strike before things get away from you. So if buyers are thinking they're going to be ready in spring, summer 2022, when would be a good time for them to meet with you?
Yeah, the sooner the better. I normally recommend people kind of get their pre-approval in place 3 to 6 months advance of purchasing a home. Several reasons for that. The first one being, you can get a plan in place for saving for the down payment or coming up with the down payment. There's multiple ways you can do that over time. Also get an idea of what your payment may look like so you can start to budget accordingly and find out the neighborhoods and price points you want to be in. And then the third piece is really your credit score, which a lot of people will follow Credit Karma or their own kind of credit monitoring, but a lot of times that is different than what mortgage companies will use. It'll maybe just be one credit bureau where we pull from 3, and the other 2 bureaus may be reporting derogatory debt, where the bureau you're looking at just shows your score being perfect. But it's also, mortgage credit reports can look further back and have a different rating relative to the credit report that you're looking at. So it's nice to kind of get out ahead of that to see what a mortgage company is looking at relative to what you're seeing.
And if they have like credit troubles or like things they need to shore up, like what kind of a timeline do you think? I know it probably depends on what the situation is. But
exactly, but the thing is if you have the time to do that, you don't want to be figuring out about that when you found your dream home. So if you, and this market's moving so quickly, getting organized and putting yourself in the best financial position possible will help ensure that when you find that home, you're ready to act.
Yep, good stuff. Well, man, thanks for being on today. Appreciate it. We will put Neil's contact info down below here, so if you have any other questions about your specific situation, give him a call, shoot him an email, set up a time to meet with him. Great guy, smart guy, been in the mortgage industry over 10 years now, or right at 10 years.
Right at 10 years, yeah.
Highly recommend Neil and Hallmark Home Mortgage.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.